What's good? We back crunching some numbers. Back TBC and more, and talking some numbers and some boxing talk. Ramirez and Ahmed, they averaged 729,000 viewerships on ESPN this past Saturday. Matisse and Kyram averaged 729, and Spencer Peterson did 637. And I'm gonna try to tell you guys why it's so significant. Even though Top Rank ESPN did 729, whatever they did, 747 thousand viewerships, whatever it may be. That's piss poor. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the difference real quick. Difference is this: Top Rank is on ESPN, bro. ESPN does not, you don't have to have a subscription to watch ESPN. It's basic cable. It's basic television. So for them not to crack 1 million views again, it is very, very heartbreaking. They got to be. I know for ESPN, those are great numbers because on a Saturday night with nothing else to show, what are they going to drive 700,000 somewhere else? I don't think so. So for ESPN, those great numbers, but for me, looking at Top Rank ESPN, those are shitty numbers. I mean, Showtime is supposed to have the worst numbers. Period. On regular, they have the less subscribers. HBO has more subscribers than Showtime, but they have a subscriber list. And for those to be right on the heels of Top Rank ESPN and almost beat it in HBO with Lucas Matisse and Kyram, that's terrible, Kenny. That's terrible, man. I'm trying to tell you, Kenny, it's terrible. It's terrible, man. And that's because ESPN Top Rank is putting on shitty cards. It's mismatch. It's in-house city. ESPN, they said we're going to have a matchmaker approve these fights. We have somebody approve the fights. They ain't doing a pretty good job of it to me. Bob Arum has a platform to run to put on his in-house fights. HBO put their foot down and said, we ain't doing that no more. Get the hell on up out of here. And they took their show on the road. And they nearly had a Top Rank channel. We had to pay to subscribe to see these fights. And then, not only does it get better, it get better by they doing a Terrence Crawford, Jeff Horn, Pacquiao, Mike Alvarado potentially pay-per-view. A lot of people say, they ain't paying for it. Some people say they paying for it. That's a fight that I plan to go out there and cover for y'all. Everything falls right, but I'm just not understanding this. The only fight they did 1 million views was, I think, don't quote me on that, was Pacquiao Horn. And every other card has fell short of that on free, basic TV, cable TV. I mean, everybody has cable, so why isn't nobody tuning in to this today? To these fights? And I'm just asking that. They terrible mismatches. And Bob Arum has no intentions on paying nobody else fighter to come over to ESPN. Trust me, he has no intention on that network. Shelling out the money. This is just gonna be mismatch heaven, and a lot of people shit on PBC, shit on HBO, but they give you better fights than what they gave you on Saturday. Trust me. They are. Especially PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. They giving better fights. And, people say, well, ESPN is like in that PBC developmental stage when PBC started out. But this is the second year. It's time for them to start hitting their stride and working with other promoters and stop getting and only working with weaker promoters where they can get option on their fighters. It's time for them to go out there and make a Danny Garcia, Terrence Crawford, and make a, Pacquiao versus whoever the hell they want to, Keith Thurman. It's time for them to step on a limb to bring a Linares and Lomachenko at least to ESPN and give it a fight that's formidable, because they ain't been formidable. And I know a lot of people ain't talking about these numbers, and I'm surprised, because these numbers are piss poor for ESPN standards. They should at least be doing 2 million views. 1.5 million, on free TV, you know what I'm saying? And people's excuse was the Hall of Fame speech, and then it was a football game or whatever it was one time. What's the excuse this time? Wasn't nothing of importance on, they still, stunk up the viewerships, by their terms. And they supposed to have the most views, because it's a network that's accessible to everybody. Nobody has to pay for ESPN. But I just want to hear y'all thoughts and y'all feedback on that, man. These matchups on Top Rank ESPN has been horrible, in my opinion. And I ain't trying to bash them. I'm just saying, man, they got to do better than this. They got to give this damn near on par with what PBC did in the beginning, So, do y'all think ESPN Top Rank boxing going to improve, or we're going to continue to get these same in-house fights from Top Rank Excuse my voice. I've been under the weather, and it's like I thought it was getting better, and now it's getting worse. But I'm gonna continue to keep pumping out these videos. Let me know what y'all think. TBC, we out.